Brett Mathern here with ND Wrestle, here with the Jordan Burroughs, five-time world and Olympic champion. Jordan, thank you for coming to North Dakota.
Yeah, absolutely.
I guess North Dakota, you've probably been to Fargo before, but I assume this is your first time in Bismarck?
First time in Bismarck. It is.
What are your thoughts?
I like it, man. We went to Fire Flower last night downtown, had some pizza.
Good stuff. So, Jordan, you're here with two of North Dakota's most fantastic champions and individuals in Jesse and Jordan Shear. Jordan Shear has been in Nebraska for 4 years. Can you speak a little bit about him and your encounters with him when you were in Lincoln?
Yeah, they gave him a nickname. They call him Mr. Automatic. He's one of those guys that you can always count on. He's consistent in everything that he does. His weight's always on point. He's on time. He's a good leader, a great teammate. And he's just one of those individuals that you love to have on your team because he's low maintenance, he does everything right, and he's going to make your team better. He's extremely intelligent, just a good young man, very mature. And I'm excited to see him go on and do new things in new fields. He was a great addition to our team over the last 4 years, and sad that it's over already.
Absolutely. So you mentioned him being a leader. Your first message this morning was about being a leader.
Yeah.
How important is it to you with the mouthpiece that you have and to have 300 kids watching to get that message across first and foremost to these kids?
Well, it's important because life is more than wrestling. And one of the things that I've noticed after being in the sport for this long is the best wrestlers are the guys with the strongest character. It's really how it becomes sustainable. You have some chumps that occasionally will get on top of the podium, but it won't last. And I want to teach these young men and women how to be quality individuals with integrity and character, and ultimately that goes long beyond the recognition that you receive from being a champion in the sport. And that's really important to me. So, I mean, you naturally just become a better wrestler when you become a better man or woman. Because you operate differently. You treat people differently. You become a better teammate. You become more humble and more approachable. You're more coachable. You work harder. All of those things, those qualities that you try to instill in these individuals that you're like, listen, everyone gets a different amount of talent, but the one thing I can instill in you is effort and attitude. And if we can get that out of these individuals, I think that they'll become pretty solid people.
Absolutely. So we're obviously looking up to you today as a teacher and a coach, but we're also rooting for you in your path to Kazakhstan.
Thanks,
you took a loss to Isaiah Martinez in round 2 at Final X. How have you developed the mentality just to move on and still get the job done as if it never happened 25 minutes ago?
I think you have to do that. And I've learned from my past failures and setbacks that I've had. I actually wrote a blog about this just a couple of days ago, and I talked about how in Rio, being so devastated after that quarterfinal loss that I wasn't able to regain my composure. And a bronze medal at the Olympic Games is pretty damn cool. And I lost the opportunity to do that because I wanted the gold so badly. And so that helped me to have an amazing run last year at the World Championships in Budapest and come back and beat a world champion for the bronze medal, even after taking a loss in the quarterfinals again to the Russian. And then my 3-match series with Kyle Dake in 2017 prepared me for my 3-match series again with Isaiah Martinez just a few weeks ago. And so I think that tough times and tough circumstances that you have in the midst of it, it's hard to really recognize that it's a character building moment. But once you get to the next phase of your life and you actually have to draw back from that past experience, you realize that it was a lesson to be learned as opposed to just something that is a sour spot in your life. And so, yeah, it was tough, but I think going back after the second match, I was like, well, man, if I'm tired, I know this guy's tired. He had to work really hard, and I think for him, it's emotionally overwhelming to have such a big victory in a series, especially after dropping the first match. Having to come back and do it again would have been really difficult for him. And I just knew that I had been to that position before, and he hadn't, and I was prepared for it.
That's excellent. So just tell me a little bit about where you're at in the training for the path to number 6.
So I'm actually headed to the Olympic Training Center today, right after camp. And so we end here at 3, and then I'm headed to the camp at 5 down in Colorado Springs, and it never stops. I took about a week and a half, 10 days off, and now I'm just getting back to it and getting ready to work again.
Well, Jordan, everybody in North Dakota is rooting for you as you make your way to Kazakhstan. Thank you for the interview, sir.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, guys.